So today is my first day dialyzing back at home because I had to dialyze in the dialysis clinic for the last month and a half because they were giving me antibiotics for the infection that I had in my arm from the graft that never worked. So today's my first day back home dialyzing. And last night I was trying to drain the sac in my machine. So the machine is composed of two different parts. There's this part at the bottom called the Pure Flow, and apparently I can't turn my camera around while I'm recording. But anyway, so there is this part down here at the bottom. It's called the Pure Flow. It's where like the big ass sac goes in of fluid, dialysate fluid. So when I'm not using that, then I just use these bags up here. These hanging bags that hang up before treatment. I use those instead. Anyway, the point is there's a bag in the Pure Flow that gets filled up with water. It's got like the dialysate solution in there. It's what's used when I'm dialyzing to pull out all the toxins and stuff. So anywho, I couldn't drain it. It would not drain. I tried it 3 times. I called technical support. They walked me through it. Still wouldn't drain. So I sent a message to my nurse this morning, and I'm like, can you please send someone out here to look at my drain line? Because I think the drain line is not working on the machine. So instead of him contacting me, he calls my other nurse, who calls me and tells me, well, it's been so long since you last dialyzed, you need to make a new pack and a new sac. Okay, first of all, I am aware of that, which is what I'm trying to do right now, but I can't make a new sac until I drain the previous sac that's in here, and I cannot drain it. So I believe that there's something wrong with my drain line. Now, I've done told them about the drain line about 5 times at this point in the conversation. I've said the words drain line so many times, it's ridiculous. So she's like, well, you're going to have to manually drain the sac. Okay, that's all well and good if I manually drain the sac. But when I get on the machine to actually do a treatment, how will I drain the waste coming out of my body if the drain line's not working? So she proceeds to tell me I need to flush it with bleach and water. But if the drain line isn't working and I try to flush it, it's not going to flush. And then I'm still in the same predicament of how do I do dialysis tonight if I can't drain the waste from my body? So I got off the phone because I'm frustrated at this point. So I get on tonight. I set it up manually to do a treatment. I try to get on the machine, and I keep getting a 38 alarm. And a 38 alarm is a waistline alarm. It means that the waistline is not working. The waistline is blocked, and it will not drain. So I had to unhook myself from the machine, go traipsing around my house looking in all the hundreds of boxes that I have laying around for it's called an ancillary, I think, waistline. It's basically a waistline that you attach to the machine and then run into the toilet. So you manually have to put the waste in the toilet, basically, is what's happening at this point. But this all could have been avoided had someone just come to my house to check the drain line that I told you there was something wrong with 437,000 times. But everybody thinks they know everything more than me. They think they know more than me, and they think they know better than me. And the thing that irritates me about that is I do understand that they are nurses, and this is what they do for a living. But technically, this is what I do for a living as well. This is almost like a part-time job. I dialyze myself for 3.5 hours, 5 times a week. I've been doing it for 3 years on my own, and I basically learned how to do home dialysis at the same time you guys were learning how to do home dialysis. So technically, I think I might know more about it than you, since I do it more than you have to ever, and you never have to do it for yourself. You only have to teach other people how to do it. So I feel like I might know a little bit more. So if I call you and I say, hey, there's something wrong with my drain line, then please do not try to walk me through a whole bunch of other shit that I already did already. That's all I'm saying. And then please do not act like I don't know what I'm talking about. And then not send someone out here to look at the shit like you just knew what was going on and you didn't even come out here and look at it. That's what irritates my soul. Okay? I'm just so tired of these people. I mean, I tell them all the time, hey, there's something wrong with my arm. I told them there was something wrong with my arm for like 2 months, and then finally, oh, you have an infection. Now we got to take it out. But it should have never got to that point, because I've been telling you there's something wrong. It's bad enough when I'm telling you there's something wrong with my body and you're not doing anything. But now you're going to ignore me about a machine that I use 5 times a week. This is just ridiculous. I'm getting tired of this. I really am. I'm really just thinking I'm going to go to school, become a dialysis nurse, and then be my own nurse from now on. Because I basically am my own nurse now as it is anyway. But I might as well get paid for it, right? Can I get paid for taking care of myself? That would be awesome. Anyway, just ranting about the fact that I keep having to go through this with these people and they won't listen to me. And it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating because they think they know everything and they really don't. You don't know anything unless you've actually had to go through this experience. And I just feel like they should take the time to maybe have some empathy and maybe just listen to their patients. That's all.